Folate and folic acid are often used interchangeably, but they are not the same, and understanding the difference is important for anyone concerned with health, especially pregnant women, people with certain genetic traits, or those trying to optimize their nutrition. Both refer to forms of vitamin B9, an essential nutrient involved in DNA synthesis, red blood cell formation, and the prevention of certain birth defects. However, they differ significantly in how the body processes them and where they're found. Folate is the natural form of vitamin B9 found in foods like leafy green vegetables, legumes, citrus fruits, beets, and avocados. It exists in a variety of biologically active forms and is already partially broken down into the form the body needs, tetrahydrofolate, THF. When you eat spinach, lentils, or broccoli, your digestive system absorbs folate and converts it into THF through a process that is both efficient and well-regulated. Folate is generally considered safe, and because it's water-soluble, excess amounts are usually excreted rather than stored, making toxicity from natural food sources extremely rare. Folic acid, by contrast, is the synthetic form of vitamin B9 used in supplements and added to fortified foods such as breakfast cereals, flour, and prenatal vitamins. It was introduced in the mid-20th century to help prevent neural tube defects like spina bifida, and it is remarkably effective at doing so. However, folic acid is not biologically active in the body and must be converted into the active form, 5-methyltetrahydrofolate, 5-MTHF, by the liver and other tissues. This conversion depends on the enzyme dihydrofolate reductase, which works slowly and can become overwhelmed, especially at higher doses. One concern with synthetic folic acid is that unmetabolized folic acid can accumulate in the blood when intake exceeds the body's capacity to process it. This has led to ongoing debate among researchers and health authorities. Some studies suggest that high levels of unmetabolized folic acid may mask vitamin B12 deficiency, potentially delaying diagnosis and treatment. There are also questions about whether chronic exposure to excess folic acid may influence cancer risk, though findings are inconsistent and more research is needed. These concerns don't negate the benefits of folic acid, especially for preventing birth defects, but they highlight the importance of dosage and balance. For people with a common genetic variant in the MTHFR gene, the body's ability to convert folic acid into its usable form is reduced. This may make them more prone to accumulating unmetabolized folic acid and more dependent on natural folate or pre-methylated supplements like 5-MTHF. In these cases, getting folate from food or taking a supplement that contains the active form of B9 may be a better option. From a practical standpoint, both folate and folic acid can be useful depending on your needs and how you consume them. Natural folate is part of a nutrient-dense diet that supports overall health, and focusing on foods like spinach, lentils, and asparagus ensures you get not just folate, but also fiber, potassium, and antioxidants. On the other hand, folic acid supplements and fortified foods provide a reliable, concentrated dose that is especially important during early pregnancy, when the demand for B9 increases rapidly and the risks of deficiency are higher. For most people, the ideal approach is to prioritize natural food sources of folate in everyday meals, while relying on fortified foods or supplements during times of increased need. A folate-rich salad with kale, chickpeas, and beets, or a breakfast of avocado on whole grain toast with a glass of orange juice can cover a significant portion of your daily requirement. When supplementation is necessary, such as during preconception and pregnancy, look for products that provide a balanced dose and consider options that contain methylated folate, 5-MTHF, if advised by a healthcare provider. Ultimately, while both forms of B9 contribute to your health, their differences in absorption, activation, and safety make it worth paying attention to the source. Understanding this distinction empowers you to make better choices, whether you're eating for long-term wellness or supporting a healthy pregnancy.